welcome back to Questioning Scent with me, Matt. What I want to talk to you today, this isn't actually a review per se, this is more of an overview of a British house, a British perfume house, which I believe are based in Bradford. And there's very little information about them online. They have their own website and their products are available via Amazon, but none of their products seem to even appear on Fragrantica. Now, I found them about a year ago, just through the usual blind buying. I read up on one that I quite liked. I liked the notes of it, so I bought it. Loved it, absolutely loved it, and then sent a bottle up to my friend Rich. Now, the thing is with me and Rich, we live miles apart. We're hundreds of miles apart, so we don't really see each other very often. So we communicate via the phone and all those sort of usual methods. But if I find something that I'm really taken with, or if Rich finds something that he's really taken with, then we'll send each other a bottle of it, so we both get to have a look. So the first one, the first Aneeq fragrance that I bought is this one, which is called Acqua di Oud. The next one I bought is this one, which is called Oud Jamal. And then I got another one, which is called Parma Colonia Oud. And finally, I got one for my wife, which is called Oud Maraam. Now, this first one, the Acqua di Oud, is lovely. It's really, it's a vanilla scent. It's quite smoky, extremely good lifespan. It's a pleasure to wear. It's smoke. The other thing I wanted to say is they've all got oud in the title. All of these ones anyway, but none of them are massively oudy. They're not pungent, they're not medicinal, they're not sort of barnyardy or anything like that. They're all very easy to wear. Complete, a real good starting point for people that have kind of used to Western perfumery that want to try the world of oud. So they're all quite mild in that respect. As I say, Acqua di Oud was the first one I bought, and that's it's like vanilla. It's an oriental sheep, so it's it's woody. There's vanilla, there's smoke, there's a little hint of oud. Fabulous lifespan. It's really prominent when you wear it. It lasts forever, and I've kind of thought, wow, this is amazing. So I'll get some more. The next one, as I say, I think I got was the Oud Jamal. Now, I understand Jamal in Arabic means beautiful. I may be wrong, so find out for me, please. This is not smoky at all. It's like oudy, it's woody, almost like a Middle Eastern sort of barbershop kind of fragrance. It's not soapy at all, but it's really nice. A little bit of rose in there, a lot of complicated notes. All of these seem to have quite a lot of complicated notes, but there's something piqued my interest with this. I went to one of the oud shops in London, and I found I think it was Swiss Arabian did an oud, which I think they called Woody or Woodsy, and it smelled incredibly similar, but I didn't really think any more of it because obviously I was quite new to that world of perfumery, so I thought, well, maybe the notes are going to be similar across the board, and you're going to find a few that are going to cross over. Then I got the Parma Oud, which is not that dissimilar to Oud Jamal. They're quite similar, only this one doesn't perform as well. It's still very nice, and it's still, it's no slouch. It just doesn't have the monster performance. And then I got this one for my wife. I read up on it. The notes on that were quite interesting, and I thought she might appreciate it, which she does, and she loves it. She wears it a lot. So I didn't think that much more of it. Then Rich was asking me about them again, because Rich has got the Acqua di Oud, but he hasn't got any of the others. So he was asking me questions. He was thinking maybe buying one, because they're all very reasonable. I think this was the most expensive one, which was 29 quid, and the rest can all be had for around £20. So, I've been enjoying them. They do, Aneeq do a few more fragrances in their range. So I went through their website and I ordered a sample pack of samples, and you get three little 2ml samples for something like £2. It's so cheap, it's ridiculous. One of them came in, and I think it's called Oud Salsabil, and I tried it and I suddenly thought, hang on a second, this smells exactly like one of my Manceras called the Oud, and literally they were smelt so similar, but the Mancera has much better projection and much better performance in general. So I wasn't really interested in buying the Salsabil because, you know, I'm just buying one thing that smells exactly like another. Then Rich asked about the Oud Maraam and if I had a bottle because he couldn't remember. So I said, yeah, I do. And he asked me what it was like. So my wife wears it. And I don't. So, and I couldn't remember why or anything like that. I haven't worn it or revisited it in quite a long time. So I sprayed it about a week or so ago to give Rich a description of it. And then it just hit me straight in the face. Let's have a look at the notes of it first and then see if you can pick up any clues. So at the top, you have citrus, you have bergamot, you have lemon, you have orange, and you have coriander. And then in the middle, you have geranium, you have woody notes, you have oud, you have patchouli, and you have vetiver. And in the base, you have musk, and you have amber, and you have leather. Which to me, you know, there's quite a lot of notes. It all sounds very interesting, but you know, there's no clue there. I'll spray it again now for the point of this video. Good spray. And then clear as day, it punched me straight in the face. This is, and it can't be a coincidence, this smells so much like Acqua di Parma's Colonia Oud, it's unreal. And I can't believe I've been sitting on this for ages. I've been buying samples of and decants of Colonia Oud for a long time because it's a very expensive fragrance. And it's one I really enjoy. How I didn't notice this is beyond me, but there it is. Acqua di Parma's Colonia Oud. It smells so much like it, it's untrue. This cannot be an accident. And happily, this is 20 quid for 100 mils, as opposed to, you know, 130 quid for the same amount of liquid. And the other good thing is, this performs just like the Acqua di Parma does. It's really strong, it's loud, it lasts forever, it's lovely, totally unisex. Little hint of oud under all the other notes, and it goes on for days and days and days. So this makes me think maybe this one did smell a bit like another one for a reason. And this one, I haven't found anything that smells like it as yet, but I've got a horrible feeling, or an interesting feeling, should I say, that there is something out there that this is probably a clone of as well. This one, Rich seems to think this smells a bit like Antaeus. Now, I've not smelled Antaeus in so long, I can't possibly comment. But the bottle, now, if it is a clone, I wonder, you know, is there a clue there in the bowl? I mean, look at it. It did, to be fair, have like a tassel hanging off it when I first got it, but that came off. And I mean, obviously, it looks very much like a certain American designer's private blend. I haven't found any of said American designers' private blends that smell like this. It does open a little bit like Tobacco Vanille, but it's in no way is it a clone of Tobacco Vanille. They smell completely different. It does smell a little like one of the Manceras that I've tried, which I don't own, and it's one of the vanilla ones that Mancera do. I can't remember which one it was because I smelt it in the day when I tested quite a few other things. There's, you know, this is bound to be a clone of something is what I'm trying to say, but I just haven't found out which one it is yet. They're probably all clones. Now, I haven't got a problem with clones. I've got a drawer full of Perfume Parlour and KDJ and, you know, various other clone houses. But generally when I'm buying a clone, I know what I'm buying a clone of. This has been a kind of like a blind buyer bingo, where you're buying a fragrance based on the notes, only to discover later on that it is actually a clone of something. So, you know, who knows? But what I will say is, for this Oud Maraam, it smells so much like the Acqua di Parma Colonia Oud, it's unbelievable. And if they are trying to clone it, they've done a very good job of it. And if they're not trying to clone it, what a happy coincidence. This has saved me a fortune. My wife loves it, and now I've realised what it smells like, I'm probably going to start wearing it as well. Again, presentation's good, quite simple. This is wood with a gold bit on it. Really good, really good. And as I say, these are all 100ml bottles, but the most expensive one was the Faccarolo Oud, and that's £29. The rest are all around the £20 mark. If you're up for, you know, for a gamble and you fancy a clone, but you don't know what clone it is, or I certainly can't tell you what clone it is, what it's a clone of, give them a go. They are really, really good. All of these, this one is, you know, a really, really strong performer, totally pleasant, nothing offensive about it, smells lovely, gets you compliments. This one again, it smells, these two actually, I wouldn't bother getting this one if you've got this one, the Jamal and Oud. This one's a little bit sweeter than the Jamal, but fundamentally they're very, very similar and they do the same kind of thing. This one's the only one that's got slightly weak performance, because the others are all 12-hour pluses. They're, you know, massive, massive performance. This one is just a monster in performance. In fact, me and Rich use this as our sort of barometer on how another fragrance is performing. You know, does it last as long as Acqua di Oud is something that we both quite often say to each other. So yeah, I mean, light-heartedly, obviously they're a clone house. I just didn't realise. So well worth exploring. So they're all made by Aneeq, which, as I say, are a British perfume house that are based, I think, in Bradford. They've got quite a few other fragrances on their website, and I've not tried many of them. These are the 4 that I have, and these are the 4 that I like. As I say, the Oud Salsabil, I've tried a sample of that, and it does smell very, very much like my Mancera, the Oud. So worth a go. I mean, that's £30. They all come in these wonderful boxes as well. You know, the presentation's superb on them. And they've made them look really, really good. But yeah, it was a bit of a fun thing for me. But I could kick myself that I've been sitting on this for a year without actually realising what it is. You know, and it is definitely a clone of Acqua di Parma's Colonia Oud. So yeah, give them a go. Happy hunting. I hope you enjoy them, and certainly go and get some of the samples there. As I say, I think you get 3 for £2. They're really, really cheap. So that's Aneeq. Anyway, thanks very much. Cheers. Bye bye.